We have probably 4 different options here, all 2-inch receiver mount, starting about $1,700 going on up to $3,000. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the differences, price points, some of the operation, hookup, etc. So starting off, we have the Blackline electric actuator plow. This is a 72-inch plow. Operates with an electric actuator instead of the winch. So if you're somebody that currently plows and has issues with your winch draining your battery, this is a very good option. Draws a lot less juice, and still is quite functional. Hookup under the hood on these. For the Intimidators, it's pretty easy because the batteries are right up front here. You have your control box, and then the controller is wired, and we just run that into the cab here and mounted it up on the frame here. You can see it there. This one here is just an electric actuator up and down, and then manual angle left and right. So you can obviously see the buttons. You know, with the electric actuator, you know, it is slower in operation than a hydraulic plow, but it does draw a lot less juice. The manual angle is controlled over here. Let's see here. This just unpins, and then the plow goes in and out to control the angle. That also helps and also acts a little bit like a shear pin in case you're doing too much. Again, these are a 2-inch receiver mount. The height is also adjustable, so if you're somebody that needs a plow that can go up higher for clearance, these work really well. And go all the way up here. You know, as you can see, you can get this plow pretty far off the ground, and there are adjustments if you need to take it up further. Second in price point here, this is the Meyer home plow. It's a $2,500 plow. This is actually designed for both UTVs, I would say heavy duty UTVs, and you know, light truck, light SUVs. Same 2-inch receiver mount, a little bit different electric actuator setup. The nice thing about this one, it does have transport wheels, so when you're not using the plow, it can be disconnected in the garage and easily moved around. These wheels right here flip down, so that's kind of a nice feature. This one is controlled by a wireless key fob. So right here is your control for the plow, and the nice thing is when you're plowing, you can kind of just have this in your hand and control the plow up, down. Okay. This also has an auto float function, so you can either pin the plow left or right via a pin that goes in those holes there, or you can allow the plow, depending on your situation, to just float with the weight of the snow. And what I mean by that is when the plow senses snow, it pivots, and then when you raise the plow, it recenters back to center. So in certain cases, if you have a very simple plowing setup where you know you're just pushing left and right, you can easily plow with this unit without getting out of the cab. So as close to full control as you can get without being full control. Build quality, I would say, on the Meyer plow, this is a 6-foot 8-inch plow, so it's a little bit wider. Build quality, I do believe that the design and construction is heavier than the Blackline plows, but it's also heavier, meaning if you don't have a heavy UTV that can handle the extra weight on the front, you might get too much sag in the front. Depending on the clutch system in your UTV, you just need to be a little more conscious and careful putting this plow on a unit. Again, 2-inch receiver mount, so very easy on and off, and has the transport wheels. The third plow that we have available is the full hydraulic plow from Blackline. This is the same company that makes the electric actuator plow, except for this one is controlled via full hydraulics. Same frame and plow. Goes into the 2-inch front receiver, but again, this is controlled by full hydraulics. So this is up, down, left, right, and the operation is a lot quicker. I can show you here is the controller. So you got up, down, left, right, and a float function. I can show you here. You know, with the controller, you know, the left-right operation is a lot quicker. You have full control. So if you're in a situation where you want the full control, this is a great option. This plow runs $3,000, and like I say, pins into the front receiver, boxes and wire, same thing on the Intimidator, go up underneath the hood here or to your battery. The last option we have here is we have a universal snow thrower. This here is made by Massimo Motors. This retails for $3,000. It has its own engine, and then universally mounts to some sort of drive system. I have this one mounted to a pre-owned Cub Cadet. I have mounted it to a stand-on zero turn. I've mounted it a few different ways. It comes with a universal mounting bracket that goes on via U-bolts. This unit here, I actually fabricated my own mount here. Let me try and get my shadow out of the way. I fabricated my own mount that goes into the 2-inch front receiver just to make it a little easier on and off. Otherwise, the U-bolt mount goes underneath the frame and bolts around the frame and has 2 pins that go in and out. So there are a lot of options if you are handy to create different mounting systems for your application. This here, if you have a unit that, like, I think it's beneficial on these Cub Cadet units, they have an internal wet clutch. Then with plowing, you can, if you're not careful, you can easily slip your wet clutch. On this, because you're not pushing snow, the machine is doing the work. It may be a better option for snow removal than pushing the snow with a unit that has a wet clutch. So, you know, really depends on your application and whether you have space to blow the snow. I've used this unit in front of the store, and obviously in the front of the store where I don't have anywhere to throw the snow, it is very inefficient, you know, throwing it in front of yourself and blowing the snow twice. Over here, I usually use it to clean where the grader comes through, and I do have a place to throw the snow. Works very well. So really depends on your application. This has electric start on the engine, and then control left and right, and your PTO goes inside the cab. So again, a neat snow removal option. The benefits obviously of a blower is you don't have to worry about, if you have a heavy snow year, the banks and stuff building up on your driveway. You know, on the light snows it might be a little bit slower than a plow, but overall very functional.